Hello everyone and welcome back to another Let's Play of Ultimate Spider-Man. Last time we dealt with Green Goblin, so let's see where this story takes us. Cool. I thought it'd be cool if I would talk about the next volumes of Ultimate Spider-Man. I'm gonna be at least talking about Ultimate Spider-Man until I get to the Venom run, guys, so... And it's not too far away, trust. Peter, every time you tell me that you have a job at the Daily Bugle, I'm just gonna fight people. Bitch, fucking fall down. So, with the next volume of Ultimate Spider-Man, or at least the next arc, or whatever I want to talk about. So, I know that in... Oh, well, here, let me move my mic closer. So I do know that, the next arc is called Identity Crisis, or whatever the hell is going on there. I know, like, a lot of, like, I want to believe it starts out with, like, Peter, like, in school, and they kind of do the same thing. Like, they kind of recreate some of the panels from this game. And what I mean by that is they do the whole Rhino thing, where he's like, oh, well, Rhino's causing mayhem in the city, you gotta go stop him. In the comics, it's actually really interesting because they don't... Like, Spider-Man never actually deals with the Rhino. Like, he gets there and he's too late. Because, like... So, while he's trying to get over to Rhino, he gets stopped, like, a bunch of times or whatever. And, like, one of them is Gwen Stacy. She's crying, like, in the trash and all this shit. And it really, like... I need to get that. I want that. Yes. Yes. So, pretty much he meets Gwen Stacy, and this is kind of our first introduction to Gwen Stacy, which I do like. Like, I like, and I mean, after that, I believe, like, Kenny Kong starts, like, thinking that Peter Parker is Spider-Man because of that day when he got... What the fuck? Bitch? I will fuck you up. He's like, man, isn't it weird that fucking Peter's all good at basketball and all this shit now? It's real crazy. He's like, no, let me test this theory. And Kenny Kong, like, kicks Peter, and then, like, of course, Peter's, like, good about it and doesn't use his spider sense, and then, like, kind of makes a whole big deal about it, like, and then Gwen Stacy comes out of nowhere and, like, brandishes a knife, I think that's the right wording, on Kenny Kong, and is like, don't fucking touch this guy, he's a good guy. Why are you doing this stuff? It's stupid. And that I believe she gets in detention or something happens, and we kind of get introduced to Captain Stacy. Not really, honestly. Like, for the most part, I feel like all you're supposed to get is that he's, like, just a good policeman. Fuck you. But yeah, so that one kind of ends, and oof, no, don't die, Bryce, don't die, stop doing it. So pretty much, oh my god, I'm gonna fucking die, guys. So with all this happening, then there is a new, like, kind of Spider-Man imposter, like he, like, starts, like, robbing, like, the Spider-Man imposter starts robbing banks and all this stuff, yada, 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 and so this kind of, like, leads Spider-Man to be, like, angry, and, like, he, like, goes after... Fuck you, game. So Spider-Man goes and tries to confront this guy that's in, like, pretty much wearing a costume of him, and in that he gets shot, and he has to deal with, like, the consequences of it. He has to call Mary Jane, and, like, he has to, like, then, like, just walk into the hospital and, like, be like, hey, I was shot, and he was not in the clothes he was shot in, so that, like, raises suspicions. And so then, like, he finally, like, he like escapes from the hospital and all this stuff, And I'm pretty sure someone figures out that Spider-Man is like, oh crap, I think Spider-Man got shot tonight, or something like that. Like, they kind of, like, here's the comic panels for it, if I can find it. But, so with all that happening, he actually meets Janet Van Dyne, or Janet Pym, or something like that. He meets Wasp of the Ultimate Universe, and she, like, gives him this injection that, like, starts healing his wound faster, and she, like, gives him this whole speech of, like, hey, if there was someone trying to pretty much take my identity, I would beat the fuck out of them. And that kind of gives Peter, like, the whole oomph. And, well, the crazy thing is Gwen Stacy's... Oh. No, what the fuck? Gwen Stacy is, like, running after the Spider-Man imposter, and pretty much there's a whole, like... Pretty much he's wearing a backpack, and it gets shot by one of the police officers, and it's like, there's, like, a bomb in it or something, and pretty much Spider-Man, well, George Stacy dies or whatever, Gwen Stacy's dad dies, and all this stuff, and then Spider-Man, like, finally confronts this guy, and it's wild. Like, he, like, beats the fuck out of this just normal human being just because of what this man has been doing to Spider-Man. Not even Peter Parker's life, it's just Spider-Man's life. And he's making it harder for Peter in general. And I think that's, like, the wildest thing. I'm not gonna die again, bitch. But yeah, so it pretty much ends with that, and I believe that ends with, and then it kind of, like, Mary Jane comes back and she, like, kind of tells her feelings to Peter, like, yo, you never talk about my feelings, you never do this, you never do that, like, so it's been a very one-sided relationship, and she's been dealing with a lot of, like, PTSD of getting thrown off the bridge from the Green Goblin, so there's been a lot of heat there, and she can't take it anymore and breaks up with Peter, which kind of leads us to our next arc, which is the symbiote arc, which I believe, no, I don't believe, I know we're going to talk about in the next Let's Play. But anyways, what did you guys think of this Let's Play in the comments down below? And remember, if there are any questions you want read out on the Let's Plays, be sure to leave them down below. And remember to leave a like on this video, and remember to hit that subscribe button, because the subscribe button's going to be waiting for everyone, guys. Deuces.